Okay, I have not done this in a minute. People were like, oh my god, does she still film? Yes, I'm not going anywhere. This channel is still alive. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Underdog. Thank you so much for clicking. Well, first off, I want to say I'm so sorry for not posting. I've been just so busy with school at the start of the semester and exams, but don't worry, I'm gonna have definitely more videos. By the time this video comes out, I will be 20 years old. 2 decades. That's insane to me. I really feel like I wanted to kind of give back on my 20th birthday with 20 things that I have learned as I am now 20. I still have so much to learn, but I do feel like I have definitely transitioned into the person that I am today because I've definitely learned throughout my journey. Before this video starts, make sure you give this a like and also subscribe for more. I'm very grateful for every single one of you that joined, so make sure you subscribe for more videos. And yeah, let's get right into it. The first thing that I wanted to say, or one thing that I've learned, is that you exist for a reason, and it's about really trying to find your true purpose and holding on to it. Finding your true purpose really is super hard, but I think once you find out what that true purpose is, it's about really holding on to it and not letting anything steer you away from that purpose, which is definitely easier said than done, but I think it's just super important to emphasize that. The second thing I wanted to bring up, it's really important to hold on to the people that really care about you for who you are, the person who you can just really just be yourself, and really building those relationships and being there for people who really care about you the most. I was 2 years old. My brother came into my life and I became an older sister. I love my brother so much. He really is my best friend, knows me so well. And I think I really learned about caring for people really because of that responsibility that I kind of put on myself of being an older sibling, especially for the people who really are in your life, whether it is maybe your family, whether it's your family, your friends, your teachers, even anyone who really you hold on to. It really is about not just relying on love, but really building on the relationship. The third thing that I wanted to bring up, you have to be proud of your voice. And what you have to say matters, no matter what. Realize that every single person's story is valid, and every single person's opinion is valid. So it really is just about being proud about the voice of your own. I was very insecure about my voice growing up. I always felt like I was too loud or too rambunctious. I was always told to quiet down a little bit, but I think it was really my dad actually who instilled it into me. It was like, whenever you speak, you command a room. My dad told me that. He literally said to me, whenever you speak, people pay attention because you have something to say. You have a very captivating voice, and it goes back to what we've always talked about on this channel, right? In terms of my previous videos about positivity. There's always a positive and a negative to everything. When you speak, it can be in a negative way, like, oh, they're looking at you. Or it can be, no, they're looking at you. And they're hearing you. And it's about holding on to that. And any time that you're able to capture someone's attention, make sure that you are standing strong in what you believe in. And there's something wrong with your beliefs. Whatever you believe is valid. It's just about being firm about it and not letting anyone tear you down. I put, for number 4, kindness is a strength, not a weakness. People can take your kindness as a weakness. Almost being nice and thoughtful is almost considered to be, people can take advantage of that in a very big way. It doesn't mean that you have to stop being kind, I think it's just about being strategic with how you distribute kindness. I'm very explicit about my kindness. Some people may not be like that, so I think it's also just important to realize that, being kind is definitely not something to be ashamed of. Everyone's purpose is different. So I think for me, because kindness is such a big part of my life, sometimes the way that people practice kindness is different. The 5th thing I have is learn to appreciate your family. And maybe not just your family, but just learn really to appreciate the people around you. And I'm super grateful that I have parents and I have a brother and I have family and friends that really love me for me. I was always the person who just felt like I stood up like a sore thumb, and I definitely think that a lot of us feel like that, right? We feel that there's something wrong with us because we are different. When I was younger, I really did not appreciate all of the beautiful things that my parents instilled in me. They really, really loved me for me. Now that I'm in college, I think it's when it really hit me, was that I now actually appreciate my family much more than I was when I was in elementary, middle, and even high school. It comes from a really, really good place. It really, really does. I think anyone who's maybe a little bit younger and maybe your parents are like kind of like always telling you to do X, Y, and Z, and you're kind of like, like what do they know? What do they know? Obviously, it's different for every single person, but I think for me, at least, from my perspective, my parents, I can genuinely say, have always wanted the best for me. I'm telling you, when you're 18 and then when you're out of the house, you really, really start to miss your parents even more. Like, I miss my parents all the time, and I'm actually incredibly grateful for them because they really have given me so many opportunities that I never thought I would have. So, learn to appreciate your family. There are people out there who love you, so appreciate them. My next one is, for number 6, is embrace every stage of your life. When you're younger, all you really want is to be understood. You're always taught that you're young, so you don't have anything important to say. Unfortunately, when we're young, all we want to do is be mature, and we want to be older, and we want to be more respected. As a girl, all I wanted to be was just womanly. You don't want to be looked at as just like a little girl, because it's almost looked at as if you're submissive and you don't know anything. One time, a woman named Tamara Murray Housley, who I love, and she said one time, "You are an adult much longer than you are a child. You are only a child for only 18 years. You have so much of your adult life to live, right? So why would you want to rush? Don't rush growing up. It's gonna hit you at a point where you can't get that childhood back." The 7th one that I have is be proud of your upbringing. This comes from the previous video that I did when it was about me growing up as an Indian American. Up in the States, being an Indian, we have a very, very big culture. We're very, very cultural. We're very, very festive. And I felt that it was kind of too elaborate almost, especially in the United States. Building an identity when you're young is very, very difficult, right? But the thing I would say is that your culture is what makes you special. And don't ever feel the need to compromise that in order to just fit in or be more Americanized. Whatever you identify yourself as, that is what makes you special. The 8th thing I have is keep on smiling, baby girl. Always laugh and always smile. And I always felt like, especially when I was growing up, that everyone was kind of playing it cool and was kind of not really wanting to make a big deal of everything. Almost celebrating was almost weird. It was almost like you had to play cool. It was I know this already. In terms of being excited and being happy about everything, it felt super weird for just always having a smile on my face. Participating in negative conversations when you really have nothing negative to say, but you feel you have to contribute in some way. Because honestly, smiling is a coping mechanism. You just smile through a lot, and also there's that saying you're never fully dressed without a smile. Keep on doing stuff that makes you smile, and don't ever be afraid, and don't be ashamed of smiling. Smiling is beautiful. My 9th thing is slow and steady wins the race. Any goal that you have, you're always told to just get ahead. And I do think that there is truth in that, but I also think that it can be very detrimental when you're always in a hurry. We don't let ourselves have any break, and almost having a break is almost like you're not being productive. When you're being wise about each decision that you make and you're really thinking things through, the more productive you're actually going to be. Life is not meant to be a race. It's not about to just get through life and then end it. It's about really enjoying every single part of life. Number 10 is perfection does not exist. It doesn't. Around 10 or 11, all I wanted to be was perfect. I remember even writing on my name tag, when I was in 3rd grade, just writing I need to be perfect. I am not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. So what's the whole point? At that point, I was the complete opposite that I am right now. I was very, very negative, very pessimistic. And there's a difference between being pessimistic versus being truthful and honest. Being honest is saying, no, I feel a certain type of way, but I'm not going to just settle for it. That's the word. I'm not going to just settle for being negative or being mediocre, for example. And being pessimistic is just saying, oh, this is bad, that's never gonna work, why are we even thinking about this? you basically lose hope. When people say strive for perfection, you're literally setting yourself up for failure. Realize that perfection is honestly different for each person too, so therefore it's just not going to exist regardless. So let go of that idea and just be you. End of that. Number 11 is never feel ashamed of having a heart of service. I donated my hair for Locks of Love. I wanted to grow it on purpose, actually. I really wanted to get it as long as possible so I can donate my hair for Locks of Love. And at that point, I really noticed that caring and giving and like having a heart of service, like I realized that I had a heart of service. But I think also, like speaking as a woman, I think we are always taught, nowadays especially, to be independent. And this, obviously, I full-heartedly believe in the whole idea of being independent and providing for your own self, right? But I feel like we've honestly gone a little bit too far with it. You can be strong and driven and have a purpose for your own self and make your own coin, right? But you can also care for people. You can care for your man. You can care for, others. You're allowed to care. Like, there's nothing wrong with being kind. It's just about making sure that you're being kind to yourself first. That's the most important thing. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with caring for someone special in your life, or someone in general, or just society. There's something wrong with having a heart of service. Now for number 12, I said never stop being excited about life. I feel like we've kind of gone so used to just complaining about mundane things, right? We're complaining about going to school, we're complaining about just everything that we have to do, but it's like sometimes you don't realize that some of the things that we get to do, there are people out in the world who really would be dying to do what you are doing right now. Me, sometimes I'll dread, like, oh my god, I don't want to go to class. I don't want to go to school. Guess what? There are some people out there who legit cannot go to school. They can't. They literally have to fight for their lives just so they can sit in a classroom and actually understand why they're being treated a certain way, or just about education in general, for example. We're super focused on, getting through life rather than living life. Make sure you always have that zest for life, no matter what. Even in those darkest days, really find that light and that true purpose and holding on to it again. So yeah, a lot of these are interconnected, which I really like. Number 13 is do not take everything so seriously. I was always someone who just never took jokes. I was always super literal, and I always took everything as it was. We take things so seriously that jokes now, just they don't exist. I think when you just learn to laugh at everything and find the funny in all of even the embarrassing moments in our lives. Don't take everything so literally. Maybe if someone looked at you, maybe you fell, no one cares. No one cares. I'm telling you. But the thing is that it's a big deal in your head, but I'm telling you, people are so focused on their own lives that they don't got time to focus on you and you thinking that you're having an embarrassing moment, because guess what? They probably didn't even notice anyway. So don't take everything so seriously. And in terms of jokes, guess what? Who cares what people think about you? Who cares? Literally, you should not care what anyone has to say, because they're not stuck with you 24/7. They're just seeing you for that 1 second of the day, or that one period of your life. So they're gonna dictate everything about you? No, you live your own life, okay? Okay. There will always be someone that doesn't like you. Literally, no matter what. Everything correct. X, Y, Z, all the way to the 26 letters of the alphabet. Guess what? Would you rather please that one single person, and giving up who you really are, or would you rather live your whole life and have the people who really care about you, and then just ignore about that one person? They're just not gonna like you anyway. That's just exhausting, boo. Save yourself some trouble. But it's because everyone is made up of different personalities, and not every single personality is gonna be compatible with the other. Keep it pushing and move on. For number 15, I put, do not be afraid to ask for help. Always super embarrassed anytime that I needed help, but I never wanted to say or admit that I needed help. Whether it was with a homework assignment, whether it was just my feelings, whether it was just anything, honestly. Like, we want to get stuff done on our own. We don't want to be looked at as helpless, or, oh, we need help, therefore we don't know what we're doing. It's like, to be fair, none of us know what we're doing. None of us. We're just kind of like always following paths of others. We're going based off of that. Don't be afraid of asking for it. Because guess what? Maybe even like if you're afraid of like raising your hand in class, the chances are a bunch of people around you are having that same question. You were never born an expert. So you had to learn what you may be an expert in now. So realize that you're not going to be good at everything, right? And the other thing is that asking for help is just going to make you better. It's not going to make you worse. And if you're embarrassed about that, don't be. Because guess what? It's going to make you into the better person in whatever field that you're working in. My next tip is you must prioritize yourself and take care of your health. 16, this was when I started my fitness journey, and I started to incorporate fitness into my life. And I realized, like, I remember feeling just super lethargic, and I really, I was very, very unhealthy. Like, I was binging a lot, I barely moved, I barely got out of my house. I was lost, because I was always just trying to please other people, and also I just lost myself, because I didn't take care of myself, to put it in a blanket statement. The only person who really can take care of their own health is you. You have to make that wake-up call. And to help you out, that's the hardest step. The hardest step in a health or a fitness journey, or whatever you want to call it, really is getting started. Because after you know that this is something that you have to work on, it will eventually become a habit. I promise you. And guess what? That habit is going to be stuck with you for the rest of your life. So the hardest step really is getting that wake-up call to say, no, I gotta take care of myself, and I gotta take action now. And then hopefully that wake-up call happens sooner rather than later, right? And then guess what? It's game over then, because guess what? You're gonna be skyrocketing and you're gonna be thriving. So being flexible and realizing that not everything will go according to plan. Sometimes we have so much structure in our life that, like, by this age we have to accomplish this. By this day I have to do this. By this day I have to do that. And I think sometimes we don't realize that life is not always on our side. There's always going to be an unexpected event that happens, and you're not always going to have a plan for everything. Sometimes you have to just learn that not every single day is going to be perfect. Not every single day is going to be all happy, positive. There's going to be setbacks. You have to always just be prepared for them, and also realize that they are going to happen at some point. My 18th tip is you are beautiful at every stage of your life. I feel very, very beautiful. Maybe it's my top, maybe it's my hair, maybe it's my skin. But what really, really makes me feel beautiful is that I have a beautiful personality. When I was younger, I still had this personality. I was still bubbly, I was still smiling, I still cared about people. But I think I just didn't feel beautiful. Why? Because I was always comparing myself to everyone. It's so cheesy what I'm gonna say. But really, beauty is about who you are on the inside. A woman, her name is Adrienne Bailon. I think her name is Adrienne Houghton. She's incredible. And she said, like, having a pure heart goes far beyond having like a beautiful face, because guess what? There's no Photoshop for your negative heart. You can do everything to your face. How you make people feel. That's what people are gonna remember you for. They're not gonna remember you for how you look. Maybe for like a second or two, or maybe for like a few days you'll get a few comments on how you look, right? But realize that your beauty really comes from within. And I think also every single person has a beautiful physical feature about themselves. Like for me, it's my skin. I really, really like my skin. I like my eyelashes and my fondant, because I should, And don't be afraid of showcasing your needs. It is okay to not have everything figured out. I think a lot of us can definitely compare ourselves and think, oh, I haven't done this yet, I haven't done that yet, I don't know what the hell I'm doing in college, and I'm majoring in finance right now, but like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't. I think a lot of people may also think that they know what they're doing, right? Do this by this age, I'm going to do that by that age. But guess what? People also change their mind too about what they want in life as well. Not everyone has it figured out, is one. And two, it's okay if you don't have everything figured out also. Certainty is, it's a weird subject, because how certain can we be about life, right? Because life is so unpredictable, that we've discussed before. Realizing that it's okay not to have everything figured out is definitely going to be a huge weight lifted off your shoulders. So hopefully that helps a lot. My very last tip, I've kind of talked about it throughout this whole entire video, is that enjoy every single second of your life, seriously, because it goes by so fast, dude. Really, really embrace every single second of your life, every single moment. All of the laughs that you made in high school, all the dinners that you have with your family, all those little late night hangouts with your friends, maybe those little like times you hang out at school. Embrace every single stage of your life. To-do list increases when you get older. I'm telling you. Don't regret anything. If you have something in your mind, do it. Literally do it. Second of your life is precious, so don't ever waste it, and realize that you are all so precious. And hopefully this video can give that to you. So I know that was a kind of a very long video, but thank you guys so much for watching. I am so grateful for anyone who is seriously watching this video. Like, I've gotten some comments from some peers of mine who have told me that this channel is helping in some way, and that seriously means so much to me, more than you guys ever know. Seriously, it drives me to continue on with this channel. If it's helping even like one single person out there, then I've done my job, seriously. So thank you guys so much. If you guys like this video, please give it a like. If you like these types of videos, if you guys have seriously any video suggestions, please let me know either in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram. Yeah, please let me know any video suggestions that you guys want me to do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!